Hello, this is Mr. Donlinger, counselor here at the high school, career counselor, and what we're going to be talking to you about today um, is twofold. One is about getting yourself hired and keeping yourself employed, and the other one would be uh, trying to find the right career for you. Right now, our employers are talking to us and other educational institutions about the differences between um, generations. Your generation right now, it does a fantastic job of being tech savvy and knowing how to get information out to others very quickly. But they're noticing that there is a loss of people skills, being able to relate and associate with people on a one-to-one basis. So, what we're going to try to do today is meld the two together. Okay, first of all, one of the best ways to find a job is to just start talking to your friends. Where are they employed? It's always more fun to be employed with your friends and work with your friends. Also, look through the employers' websites. Just keep looking through the internet and finding out what jobs are out there. We also have a couple options here at high school. Our guidance IMC has flyers. When you go into the guidance IMC doors, turn to the right, and on that wall there are some flyers about possible um, job positions that are open. Also, we have a summer job fair that's going to be taking place in March. The people there that are coming are only people looking for summer help or part-time help. So there's another option for um, some part-time employment. When you are looking for a job, um, it it's kind of like the same way that you're working on homework. Do you have a certain desk that you're sitting in? Do you have a quiet place? Do you have a chair? Do you have a favorite pen or pencil that you're using when you're doing your homework? Try to create a regular schedule and try to set a goal for yourself. How many employers are you going to try to contact within that week? Um, and just try to keep to that goal. A lot of employers are asking you to fill out online applications, and online application could look like this. Um, but most of it has is contact information, um, thinking about the employment you desire. Are you going to be a staff? Are you going to be management? Um, One of the important parts of this application is the list of references. So be thinking of teachers or adults in your life that can give you a positive reference. These people could be called by your hiring manager. So make sure you're giving them a heads up that you are applying and you're using their name. So when the manager calls you, you never know when it's going to be. So uh, make sure that you're answering every call with a short, friendly greeting of something like "Good morning, this is Ken Dewitt." Um, Especially when you're driving, and you want to make sure that you don't miss your hiring manager. Um, Most of our schedules are on our phone now, so uh, it's very, very applicable to say something like this. Hello, Mrs. Hire You. Thank you so much for calling. Um, I'm driving right now. Let me pull off to the side of the road so I can give you my fullest attention. And then say, thank you. How can I help you? So when the hiring manager does call you, um, make sure, and if you can't answer the phone, make sure you have a voicemail greeting uh, that a voicemail greeting that is friendly and welcoming. And if your hiring manager hasn't called within a week or 10 days or so, it's go ahead and give that hiring manager a call just to make sure that you have all your information submitted, just to make sure that there's no mistakes. They appreciate this, and just knowing that you are diligent and you're really, really interested in this position. So when you get to have an opportunity for a job interview, make sure that you are showing up looking healthy. You've showered, you've used deodorant and a perspirant. You're showing up 10 minutes early. You're checking in with your receptionist. Um, Make sure you're using clothes that look professional, slacks, button-down shirt. Make sure it's buttoned up. Um, Ladies, make sure the blouse is not low cut. The skirts are not too high. Gentlemen, make sure if your future fellow employees are wearing a tie, that you are wearing a tie for your interview. And just be confident and smile. One of the most important things about an interview is that first impression. So when you're going in and meeting the hiring manager, make sure you're extending your hand, give a good firm handshake, 1, 2 pumps, and then remember that hiring manager's name and refer to that hiring manager by his or her name. Within that interview, your hiring manager is going to be asking you some questions. The first one is probably going to be something like, "Tell me a little bit about yourself." Now, when they ask you this question, it is actually code. What they really want to hear is, are you a good fit for this company? Can you learn a new position quickly? Are you able to work with others? So when you're telling a little bit about yourself, make sure you're sprinkling in some ideas um, or some situations that you've had in the past where you've had a new situation or you've learned something new. It's okay that they're going to be asking you, how long do you expect to work here? Be honest. If you're only expecting to work on the weekends, tell them that. If you are expecting to uh, stop working at the end of the summer, make sure you tell them that. After they are finished answering or asking you questions, they're going to ask you, do you have any questions for us? It is very okay to ask questions such as, what does a typical workday look like? What would be some of my duties and jobs? Has anyone in this department quit in the last 2 weeks? And what was the reason for that? How do you get promoted? And make sure you ask, when would I expect to hear from you next? Once you are finished, besides the first impression being the most important, the last impression is probably the most important, and the second most important. Make sure that you're sending an email just giving them a thank you note for giving you the opportunity to interview with them. That thank you note can be as simple as, "Thank you so much for interviewing me today for the position of crocodile wrestler. I've enjoyed meeting you and learning about your company." Then talk about some of your strengths. "I'm a fast learner. I love working with people. I really enjoy also working with numbers, and I am looking forward to the possibility of using my strengths for your company. Thank you for your consideration. Can do it." Hey, now that you got the job, now what? Make a good impression. Make friends with your coworkers. Uh, just get to know them. Let them know that you are willing to learn not only about the company but about your coworkers as well. Some companies and businesses have certain rules of where you can eat, where you should, which bathrooms you should use, which copier is your copier. Um, Make sure you know those rules from your fellow employees. Okay, you work there a week or two, you're going to be getting a paycheck. Um, if you work 10 hours a week, $10 an hour, you would expect your paycheck to be about $100. Well, that's not going to be the case because your employer will be taking out taxes. With the money that's remaining in your check, make sure you're budgeting and using only about 80% for living expenses. Some people use 10% for debt repayment or for giving, and make sure you're putting at least 10% in for savings. That savings can be taken out directly from your paycheck so you don't even see it, and put it directly into your savings account. You can ask your employer about that. What I'd like you to do now is to get out your computer and go to the website of www.mynextmove.org and discover your likes. You're going to take a 3 or 4 minute survey. It's not going to take you very long, but on that survey, it's going to be asking you questions such as, what are some examples of things that you like doing? And it gives you a Likert scale of strongly dislike to strongly like. And just go through there. There are 60 questions. It's not going to take you very long, but once you're finished with that, we will go through what you need to do with the results. Okay, so once you're finished with the survey, go ahead and take a screenshot of your traits. You'll notice that mine, every time I take this, I find that I am social, investigative, and realistic. So I took a little screenshot of this, and I put this screenshot in my future plan. So take a screenshot of it, put it in your future plan, and then what I'd like you to do next is to click on the highlighted buttons for your top 3. So I clicked on social, investigative, and realistic, and it gave me an idea of what some career direction I should be going. So if I'm social, I should be probably getting into teaching, giving advice, and helping people. Investigative, I'm kind of searching out for facts and figuring out problems. And if I am realistic, I like real world materials, wood and machinery, and working outside. Mr. Henningsen made a good point in class the other day, saying that even though I have some realistic traits in me, I told you last year that I used to be a farmer. I don't see me using realistic as a occupation so much, but I really like working with my hands, working with wood. So that's kind of still a hobby of mine that I still get the opportunity to use. So here are my Holland Code's 3 themes. If you want to put the Holland Code in your snapshot all on one page like I did before, that's very, very acceptable. Now, if you go back to your My Next Move, it's going to be asking you questions of how much education do you want. Level 1 education is not very much, like a high school equivalent, or even less than that if you don't graduate from high school. Or a level 5 is going to take you to master's degree or doctorate degree. Type in or click in the button that you see yourself doing. If you like education, you enjoy learning. I put down a level 5 because I figure I'm learning all the time. So after that, it's going to give you a list of careers. And what I'd like you to do is choose one of those, actually choose 2 of those careers. And one of those careers that came out for me was educational guidance, social and vocational counselor. And on this web page here, it tells me everything that it's a very, very comprehensive snapshot of what I would be doing on my job if I had a job like this. It actually tells me the education that I would need. It tells me my annual salary, average annual salary. And then in here, I can check out my state. If I wanted to go somewhere else, what does the job outlook for a career as a school counselor. Now, many of you have have a career that you are very interested in already, and if that's the case, you can go back to um, mynextmove.org and you can type in the career that you're thinking of, and it will give you a list such as this, and then you can choose from this list. If you're kind of sure the area of career that you're interested in, you can go over into this browse careers by industry. If you know that you are interested in health science, you can come over here and click the health and counseling and find many career possibilities in this. And what I'd like you to do is to pick 2 of them and put those into your PowerPoint. Okay. The last thing that I would like you to do is put in your presentation, your future plan, is what did you know already, or what did you learn about getting and keeping a job? So just list 2 things that will help you and get and keep a job. So if you remember, there are 4 slides that you'll need to have for your future plan that deal with careers. 2 of those can kind of be combined. I used 4, but 2 of them can be combined, having the screenshot and then with your top 3 themes from your Holland Code, having 2 careers that you picked out from your Holland Code themes that build on your strengths and your interests, and then having listing 2 things that will help you and help you get and keep your job. If you have any questions, please come up and see me, and I would be more than happy to help you go through this presentation. Hope this helps, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.